Hello everyone, I'm Chrissy and welcome to my kitchen. Today for you I have, I guess I would say like a calzone or a pizza pocket, but maybe a little upscale so that it's suitable for adults, maybe a good game day snack. So here I have some hot Italian sausage that I paid $1.74 for, some leftover cheese I need to get rid of, a can of jumbo biscuits, a jar of just regular pasta sauce, Romano and Parmesan sauce, I think it is. So I took the casing off of the sausages and got rid of the casing because we don't need that, and right to the garbage. And then I broke down the sausages into my cast iron. So I think the sausage is a little hard to break up, even with my tool that I got to help break up ground meats. I like to break it down a little bit by hand first. So I'm doing that now. And you can use any kind of Italian sausage, sweet, hot, mild, doesn't matter. Chicken, even turkey sausages, whatever you have on hand, whatever you can find on sale. This just happened to be in my freezer, so I took it out for this video to make I tested it out on my family to see if they want this for game day treats, and they went over as a great hit, so good job on that one. I hope you guys like it too, if you do decide to make it, and I definitely hope you do. So here I'm just breaking up the sausages, and we're taking some shortcuts, and we are doing this on a budget, so this is just break it down, and then I'm going to cook it down. And this takes a little bit of time when you're filming with one hand and breaking down with one hand. So let me go give my hands a wash. Okay, here we go. That's my handy dandy tool. I got that from Pampered Chef, but I have seen it at Dollar Tree, and I've also seen it at Dollar General and Family Dollar for less than what I paid through Pampered Chef. So make sure you keep your eye out there. So here I am just crumbling it up as much as possible. And I do have some leftover chopped peppers, just a few in my freezer, so I'll be using those up. And I'm going to grab a small onion. Oh, there's a little bit of peppers. I'm going to add that in. And then my onion, all of my scraps go in my stock scrap bag, as always. And there are the peppers and onions cooking down. And I left the grease in there for now, just to help cook the onions and peppers. But what I did when it was time, I did grab one paper towel and move it around the pan to absorb all the excess grease, which is a great trick that I have seen several people do. So I think that definitely a good way to get the grease out of your pan. And I know you see that I have Halloween towels. Don't judge me. And then I only used half of a small onion, so I'm saving the other half for another meal. Actually, I'm going to be making cheese enchiladas tonight with onions, so I'm sure I'll use this up tonight. And you can see me struggling left-handed. I cleaned off my cutting board so we could get started. I'm going to add some garlic powder, onion powder, some Italian seasoning to the meat mixture. This is some Parmesan cheese that we got from a pizzeria when they delivered some pizza to us. So to this, I'm also going to add a teaspoon of minced garlic. And then this is the Italian seasoning, the onion powder, garlic powder, and fresh garlic. Well, it's not fresh, okay? Jarred garlic. We'll go with that. It just saves me money and time, and I love anything that saves money and time. So you can see that there's not as much grease as there was because I used that paper towel method to absorb it. So let's just cook this down a bit. Now this next step is not necessary. I do it just because I like the flavor, and I had it on hand, so I thought, why not? I like it in my red sauces. I have an open bottle of Cab on my counter to throw in red sauces or different beef dishes, so I just throw a little splash in just for that in the background, little depth of flavor. I really like it. So I'm going to cook down the wine, and then I will add the pasta sauce. Let me know in the comments, do you guys add red wine when you make sauces? I really love it. I love that flavor in the background. Not much of a wine drinker, but I do love it in my food. I love to cook with wines. So here's my sauce. I'm just going to cook this down. I only used half of the jar because I don't want this to be too moist. I don't want it spilling out or running through. So I do roll out the biscuits, and I rolled one out and then started making the pizza pockets or calzones, however you want to call them. But I would recommend what I do next, which is just make an assembly line. Roll them all out at once, stack them on top of each other. As long as they have flour on them, they will not stick. And then set them aside, and then that way your filling has time to cool a little bit more, because as you'll see here, my filling was so warm that when I tried to pick it up to put it on the baking tray, it was already like ready to fall apart. So definitely recommend rolling all the biscuits out first and then start filling them, because that gives you enough time for your filling to cool. And so then I just take a fork, I press it down with my fingers first, and then I take a fork to pinch the edges, and it makes it look prettier. See, you'll see it sticking a bit here. Oh, needed 2 hands, but it worked out fine. So here I am making the assembly line. I rolled them all out, and now I can go one at a time. Okay, and then, so I just fill them same way. I put the sauce, I put some of the Parmesan cheese, and then some of the mozzarella on top. And same thing, just fold it over itself, pinch it with your fingers, just press it closed with your fingers, and then use the fork to really secure it and pinch it together. And so give it a good sprinkle of that Parmesan, because it adds so much flavor. And it's free flavor. It came when one of my kids ordered some pizza. I guess I've kind of gotten them to a point where they ask for extra condiments now, because they know I'm saving them. So they have been asking, so that's great. It's great for my condiment box, and good for my videos. I like that they have taken some notice, and they're being supportive of my videos. I love that. Anytime your family is supportive of something you're doing, it's a great thing, and I love that. I love to see them do it. So I'm just pinching the edges here. Now, I want to also say, under my cutting board, my little cutting mat, I put one wet paper towel to help secure it so it doesn't slide around. And then, when I'm done with everything, I take the cutting board and move it to the sink, and then I take that wet paper towel and just wipe up the excess flour that I've spilled a little bit on the counters. So once all of the calzones or pizza pockets, what have you, are done, I just take a knife and pierce them a little bit so the steam can escape, because we don't want them to blow up, right? So here I'm doing that. And I did preheat the oven to 350, and then I baked them. So I baked them for 13 to 15 minutes. Okay. And this is, I'm showing you what I have left though. So I have a little bit of mozzarella cheese, a little bit of the parm, about half of the parm, half of the pasta sauce, and half of a small onion. And I still have some of the filling, so I'm just going to put this in a bowl and put it in my fridge. Someone in my house will eat it. I know that one of my daughters, she will eat this on top of bread, like on top of toast, with cheese melted on top. So I know that that will go over well. So here it is done, and I cut it in half. Look at the ooey gooey cheesiness. Yum! Looks so good, and my kids just love them. They ate it so fast. And here they are on a tray. I hope you guys like them. Hi everyone, I'm Chrissy, and I want to thank you for watching today. I'm sorry if you hear background noise. I'm in the basement because it's really the only place I can get away to do a video with peace and quiet in my house right now. And so I just wanted to say thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to ring that bell. I am going to keep trying to bring you good videos, good content, some really good budget meals, and things that you might be able to implement in your own house. And I really hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you again. Bye everyone.